to another episode of On Stuff in Turkey podcast. For this one, we are on Nordic Monitor. The title is Erdoğan sees U.S. military presence in Greece as a threat to Turkey. The date is May 27th, and here's a photo of a world leaders gathering. I don't know which particular event it is, but here's the Prime Minister of Greece. I believe this is Brian Johnson, and that's Sleepy Joe, and that's Ayatollah Erdoğan himself, and that's the macaroni boy. Yeah. Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdoğan, following a cabinet meeting on Monday, harshly criticized Greek Prime Minister Kyriakos Mitsotakis, who asked that the U.S. declined to sell dozens of F-16 fighter jets to Turkey during an address to the U.S. Congress last week. Now, I watched that particular address, and if you haven't done so, I recommend it. It's all over YouTube. It is a very nice speech by Mr. Mitsotakis. There's a lot of reasonable assumptions here, because, well, selling any sort of military technology to Turkey is just basically allowing that technology to leak to the hands of the greatest enemies that the U.S. has ever had. So can't keep a lid on anything. So I wouldn't either. Never mind the fact that they try to work with the U.S. and work with Russia simultaneously, while trying to remain unaffected by their own actions. It's just there's so many different types of cakes they're all trying to eat at one mouthful simultaneously without losing the cake in apostrophe. So it's just not going to work, and it just looks all convoluted and misguided with their demands. But the U.S. got its share of Erdogan's anger as he criticized the U.S.'s growing military presence in the neighboring country. Well, the only reason he's annoyed is because the U.S. presence in Greece is going to affect Turkish operations, because Turkey tries to affect the Greek economy on daily basis. Greece's economy is not great, as you know, and it's not necessarily a secret. Turkey, with its jets, I forgot the actual number of daily sorties that they conduct every single day, and they violate Greece's airspace, that the Greek interceptors that have to take off and basically intercept and chase these jets out of Greek airspace is basically putting a dent into Greece's economy, because just the fuel cost and the replacements of the cost for the replacement parts for the jets and so on. So it's they're not going to be able to do this, among other things. And that's what's bothering them. See, they right now, Turkey is being the girl that is throwing a temper tantrum because we paid attention to the other girl. So, I mean, I approve this because, well, with this administration, there isn't any direction that Turkey will go other than the more and more Islamic, route. I mean, the man wants to create a caliphate. So I'm not telling you anything that you don't already know in regards to Turkey. But Greece, having bases there. It's a much better proposition, and one of the reasons for that is it guarantees, at the very least, it increases the safety of the Aegean tremendously. There are nearly 10 U.S. bases in Greece, claimed. Who is being threatened with these bases? Why are these bases being established in Greece? Now, in southern coast of Turkey, there is a huge U.S. Air Force base in the city of Adana, in Incirlik. Incirlik is still there. Incirlik is still operational. So it's not like we don't have a presence in Turkey. We do. But again, us moving into Greece with bases, we're throwing a huge wrench into Turkey's operations, because they can't low-key threaten their neighbors anymore. Erdoğan had previously stated on November 13, 2021 that Greece itself had become a U.S. military base following a meeting with Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban in Ankara. When they got together with Viktor Orban, Erdoğan and Orban decided that, Hungary and Turkey were going to share information of their citizens with each other, so that Hungary and Turkey can print each other's passports if needed. Which means they definitely will share that information, and that they definitely will print each other's passports. Both of those countries are very close to Russia. Turkey will not do anything unless Moscow okays. And Hungary is not really that different. So I don't see this as an act any other than just, behaving behest of Moscow. At the moment, I can't count all the American bases in Greece. There are so many. It almost looks like Greece itself is a U.S. base, Erdoğan had said. Well, let's put let's put some perspective on the claims. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's it. So evidently, the man can't count to 10. An infographic shows an infographic that is frequently shown on Turkish TV shows. That various different units and machinery, equipment, weapons, and their counts. Issued by Turkey's Izmir station, Turkish Navtex claimed that previous Greek Navtex messages labeled LA 43-112/22, LA 46-115/22, and LA 47-116/22 that included this island of Lemnos, Samothrace, Istirati, violated the non-military status determined by the 1922 Lausanne Peace Treaty, which, by the way, Turkey is counting the minutes until Lausanne expires, which I believe is next year, because 2023 Turkish Republic is going to hit its centennial, and the Republic was established in 1923, and from that Republic to today's Turkish Republic, all that remains is basically the name. But that's a completely separate video altogether. Let's see here. Is there anything else I want to? I mean, U.S. military moves into new bases in Greece. Here we are, and here's some other like barracks and training grounds, so on. Map published by the state-run Anadolu news agency contradicts Erdoğan's claims. So the rhetoric doesn't match the what's basically coming out of President's mouth. But then again, I mean, those of you who have experience in Turkish politics and Turkish media, this is absolutely nothing new. And an old saying about Turkish media is that the only accurate thing in Turkish newspapers is the date. And this is Kemal Kılıçdaroğlu's tweet. He's the leader of the main opposition in Turkey, and he's basically saying that, you know, if you bring, if the ruling party brings a resolution to close the American base in Adana, his party will support it, basically. So it's just a gigantic temper tantrum, and American move into Greece is something I personally approve of. Taking more of your time, thank you very much. This concludes this particular report for God and Country.